Hi, it's John Benson with johnbensonfitness.com. Another video-less video, but this is important. And I'm going to go on a Sam Kinison-style rant in this video, so let the listener beware. Don't worry, I'll keep it rated PG. But I've had it with these politically correct and nutritionally vapid news reports like the one that you're looking at right here. I had to show this to you. I just read it today. By all means, it's true. Our nutrients in our bodies are depleted over time, and there's many, many more than are listed here. But this is conclusively false. The conclusions drawn are just completely silly. Let's take a look. Look at the title here, okay? Most men are deficient in key minerals and vitamins. Well, that's true, but why just men? Because look who wrote the article, a guy named Jason Stevenson from Men's Health. Now, I don't know Jason, but I do know editors, and I know who's to blame for this fiasco of false fluffery. How do you like that alliteration? That you're about to read. But the thing that really got me, look at that picture. Let's read the caption, shall we? To ensure you get enough vitamin B12, eat a bowl of 100% fortified cereal and milk every morning. Are you fucking kidding me? Folks, this is just plain pathetic. For starters, both men and women are deficient in basically the same nutrients. We're not that different. No, there are some differences, duh. I can let that slide given the men's health angle. But to make this claim that you should solve your problem in B12 deficiency by eating processed fortified cereal with milk, a substance most adults cannot even digest, is freaking insane. It's politics, plain and simple. We don't want to offend anyone or stir up some cholesterol controversy, so let's show a picture of a nice, benign bowl of cereal. Well, there's a better answer, folks.
Say it! Say it!
Okay, Sam, I'll say it. Whole freaking eggs. First, they're higher in B12. Second, there's no need to fortify anything. Even better, lean meat with eggs. Oh my God, he's going off on a tangent. Yes, I am. But let's look at B12 real quick, and I think you'll see the picture. You'll also see a pattern forming. Pardon me as I use Wikipedia for this, but it's actually very accurate here, and its description of B12 is very, very good. Okay, vitamin B12 is a water-soluble vitamin with a key role in the normal functioning of the brain and nervous system, and for the formation of blood. Sounds kind of important, doesn't it? It's one of the 8 B vitamins. It is normally involved in the metabolism of every cell in the body, especially affecting DNA synthesis and regulation, but also fatty acid synthesis and energy production, i.e. getting energy from fat. In other words, instead of storing fat, you burn fat for energy. Yeah, you're starting to see a big picture here of why B12 is so important. Could it possibly be that we've taken this high-starch, low-fat bullshit so far that our bodies have finally began to rebel a bit? Yep, I think that's what it is. Because look at the sources listed for B12. Where is B12 found naturally? Well, it's found naturally in meats. Beef, liver, shellfish, milk, eggs, fatty animal products. Not plants, not starch, animal products. There's a big, big hint here, folks, in case anyone wants to make the claim that we're quote-unquote designed to be vegans. In fact, take a look at this quote. The present consensus is that any B12 present in plant foods is likely to be unavailable to humans. Vegans must supplement to ensure adequate intake, while vegetarians who consume some dairy may be okay. But dairy is a poor way to get B12 as the body has to work overtime just to digest the stuff. So could it be that our B vitamin deficiency is a product of our overconsumption of refined carbohydrates and fortified junk, like the picture at the top of this article, rather than eating the way our bodies evolved over time to eat? Yeah, I think so. And one more thing not mentioned in the stub. B12 is correlated to brain volume. In short, the lower the B12, the smaller your brain becomes as you age. That brings about Alzheimer's and dementia. In the study that you see here, it says the decrease in brain volume was greater among those with lower vitamin B12, and consequently, low vitamin B12 status should be further investigated as a modifiable cause of brain atrophy and of likely subsequent cognitive impairment in the elderly. Now, consider what the elderly usually eat and what they're told to eat by many doctors that think they know better. processed starches, low-fat foods, etc. And after years of insulin resistance, as covered in my video, Low Carb Lunacy, a link is either in the sidebar or it is below, the brain simply shuts down and cannot uptake glucose after long periods of too many carbohydrates and too much insulin production. Wow. Now, with that in mind, let's take a quick look at the other deficiencies listed in this article. Vitamin D. Oh, that's a good one. Now, he's got this right. D is very powerful, but it's not really a vitamin. It's a prohormone. The vitamin term comes in as D is processed into D2 and D3, with D3 being the most common supplementary form of D. But we'll use the term vitamin D just for vernacular's sake. The article suggests sunlight and supplementation, but no foods. Why? Well, let's take a look. Fish fat is the best form of taking in D, especially if you're inside a lot and or during the winter months. Eggs, as we see again. Wow, another great source. Beef. Are we seeing a pattern here, folks? Yes, politically correct nutrition shoved down our throats. Going back to our earlier days when our bodies were quite adept to being outside, and there are still many cultures who have little to no skin cancer, by the way, who spend a large portion of their days outside, as they never bothered to move from the hunter-gatherer phase of societal evolution. But once we did, our bodies lost one of the easiest ways to get this crucial nutrient, and we're now prone to skin cancer and sunburn more than we're prone to absorbing enough D. Now, don't get me wrong, I think supplementation is great, especially D3. But that does not mean that you shouldn't consume foods that are high in D, and we've already seen what those foods are. Now, quickly moving on, we have a lot of minerals. We have magnesium for one, and I'm not going to cover all this, but basically I can sum it up very quickly. These are all minerals that are drained through stress. Stress is the key factor for this. Now, I'm not going to argue that some people don't take in enough green vegetables for magnesium, let's say. That's absolutely the truth. But magnesium is one of the key vitamins that is depleted during stress. So it sounds like what we need is less stress, healthy fats, more protein foods, and less refined foods. Makes total sense. It's what I cover in Every Other Day Diet, link in the sidebar or below. If we have a lack of sufficient fat and protein, and too much reliance on processed fortified foods rather than the real McCoy, and too much stress, we have the problems that are listed in this article and many, many more. So you need a dietary solution that emphasizes the proper foods while decreasing stress. Most diets, unfortunately, are stressful, and that is a huge problem that I addressed in the Every Other Day Diet. I wanted to create a diet plan that was not stressful. It's actually an extremely low-stress diet because you know that your favorite foods are just around the corner, but we balance that out with really healthy, lower carbohydrate, higher protein, healthy fat foods so that your body can slowly adjust back to its normal default position of being insulin sensitive and with considerably less stress. So the takeaway here is manage stress, take in healthy fats, supplement wisely. Never deprive yourself of your favorite foods. And that's a very key point in Every Other Day Diet. If you do these things in the right order and at the right time, you can't eat what you want all the time naturally. But if you do this and you ignore the politics of bad journalism, you can also avoid the diseases that come as a result from vitamin and mineral depletion as seen in this article. So please rate, comment, and share this video with others. It's vital information. Thanks.